And we are live. We want the gold, sucker. We want the gold, sucker. And welcome everybody to today's show. It's your boy Ben Goosen here with another week, with a crazy week in wrestling. I'm here with my boy Sage DeMark. What up, Sage?
That's an interesting question, but I have to say that it is protected between client-attorney privilege, so I can't answer that question today.
Well, we had a good week in wrestling, busy week in wrestling. I wouldn't say too much to get into because the shows were pretty specific. We'll get into our thoughts on the shakeup. I don't think, before we get into it, and we did the honorable salute. I think we'll leave it at that unless you wanted to share some memories. But we had the passing of Bruno Sammartino. Did you have any memories you wanted to share? I thought it was fitting with the 10-bell salute.
Yeah, I think it was definitely fitting with the 10-bell salute, man. Just I never realized that dude held the belt, the triple WF belt for almost 10 years, bro. That's like insane. But
yeah,
man.
In and of itself.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. So, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, I'm not going to be disingenuous. He definitely came in way before my time. But I have seen a lot of his matches going back on the network, and his Hall of Fame speech was top notch as well. So,
yes, rest in peace to Bruno Sammartino. Anything else? I felt like this was a slow week outside of the ring, right?
Yeah, man. Harry Anderson passed away too, man. Rest in peace, Harry Anderson. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, I do. From Night Court.
He was big in the Night 80s. Court, man. Yeah, that's my boy, man. I absolutely loved him as the judge, man. And one of the reasons why I love comedy so much is because of that man right there, him and Bull.
Oh yeah. But other than that, I mean, I guess there's no need to get into that much, other than I don't remember the guy's name. CM Punk's opponent was officially named, who's also 0-1. I forget his name because he's not a big name guy, for the Chicago UFC card this summer.
Is it like Moreno or something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And the guy who he's fighting also lost to Mickey Gall, or Mikey Gall, whatever, however you pronounce his name, who was the guy who beat CM Punk in his first fight. So at least hopefully it's somewhat fair. I don't know how much we'll see here.
Yeah, I don't know how much. I don't know if we can call it fair, man. I mean, I don't know the guy's record, but I'm pretty sure he's a little bit more experienced than CM Punk is when it comes to combat fighting. So, but you never know, man. I'm not discounting Punk in any shape or form, man. We don't know what he's been doing for the last 13, 14 months.
Yeah, who knows? So hopefully, I think the guy that he's fighting might be like a photographer or something like that. Like he's got a full-time job too. So I don't think this guy's like a well-tenured, experienced fighter. Maybe it's like a side hobby for him. But yeah, hopefully we see CM Punk get the W in Chicago. So you want to get right into, let's say this. Do you want to start with, I feel like there's more to talk about with Raw this week than there is with SmackDown.
I mean, I guess we could save the best for last. I mean, what up, Silky? But yeah, man, I think we could save the best for last,
Dang, what up, Silk? Smoking a hookah and watching the show. Go get it. Good man. Good man.
You guys support your boys at IRWP. Hit that website, irwp.us, or give us a call, 419-777-IRWP. IRWP is where it's at, guys. Woo!
So do you want to start with SmackDown? Because I thought SmackDown was awful.
Man,
SmackDown
I know
sucked.
you lying, bro.
No,
I know you lying, bro.
SmackDown was 2 hours. It wasn't good. SmackDown sucked.
SmackDown was great, bro. You just mad because your show got torn to pieces, bro. That's what it was.
Dude,
You
okay.
salty, nigga.
What?
Shoot. I said it. Oh, man. Oh.
What a sensational Sherry when you need it. No, here was my problem with SmackDown. All of the best people who got drafted were in video packages. Hey, I'm coming to SmackDown. Come on. And the big guy was what? Big Cass? Maybe you could say Jeff Hardy, but Big Cass in the main event? We've talked about it before. Big Cass wasn't that great in the ring. Now we're going to get a feud with him and Daniel Bryan? So this is the guy they're going to push? Just not into it.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but like the day after WrestleMania, like Raw got all the call-ups, bruh. And SmackDown was kind of left with nothing. We just had an actual, just regular wrestling show, man. And then we fast forward, aside from Iconics doing their thing, and then we fast forward to this week, and we are getting a preview of what's to come. And remember, like, there's no more trading going on after this point. It's all just like possibilities, where we're going to go from here. And I think that's with a 2-hour show, like there's not much you can do, man. I think that had there been like 3 hours, we might have been able to actually fit everybody on the card, but we didn't have that luxury.
So, but video packages? Like the bar couldn't do a run in. Raw literally had shakeup moments every single segment of the show. SmackDown had Big Cass in a backstage interview show himself and then come out and beat up Daniel Bryan at the end. Oh, it didn't do it. Jeff Hardy, I guess that was pretty cool at the beginning. Caught me off guard, but it wasn't that great of a show. And now let's start from scratch. Show starts off Jeff Hardy versus Shelton Benjamin. They tease Randy Orton coming out. Jeff Hardy comes out and retains. And can I say, Shelton Benjamin just needs to not talk. Love what he does in the ring. Don't ever talk. Ever. Can we agree on that?
Why you disrespecting the gold standard? I mean, I know you're speaking true, but come on, bro.
Ugh, don't talk. And then they had a match, and I was like, oh, all right. Well, Shelton's going to lose this week, and I hope Shelton doesn't become a jobber. It was only one match in his singles career. I think he's awesome in the ring, but I just hope he doesn't become a veteran jobber. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't think so, man. I think with gender being gone, Randy's definitely going to be turning heel. You have a solid mid-card division now, like a legitimate mid-card division. Like it's not going to circle around 3 people going forward. So I get that you're saying that it was a bad show, but like honestly, that episode was more about showcasing the potential of what could be to come. We have strengths in all divisions. We have a separated heavyweight division. We have a separated mid-card division. We took some L's on the tag teams, but we got Asuka and Charlotte on the same brand, bro, with Iconic. I mean,
I agree that
it's stacked for 2 hours. Like, there should be no reason going forward that SmackDown should ever be inferior to Raw.
So I will agree if you had to say, and I think we're agreeing on this right now, who won the shakeup? It was SmackDown. Would you agree? SmackDown won. They have a better roster going forward.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they the A show now, man. But one thing I didn't like about SmackDown, bro, I don't like the fact that Nikki Cross is not coming up with Sanity.
You're right. Maybe it'll be a not
She's
yet
what
moment or
makes it
something.
special. I mean, they could bring her in maybe after SummerSlam, but I just feel like it loses its mystique, their mystique. In fact, I would have probably been better if they hadn't been announced at all and that they just came in and just ran roughshod. But I call me crazy, but I think that the reason why they didn't call her up is so that they can put an angle between the Bullet Club.
You know, I think that's a good.
SmackDown.
I like where you're going.
I think that would be. I mean, I would love that, no doubt, and she'd be the X factor between them because she likes to mix it up with the guys.
I agree. It took me a second to think about it, but yes, and maybe they'll bring some form of mixed tag matches back. But I like your idea that I wish too that Sanity would have debuted as just random, and then you say backstage Shane McMahon says, "Yeah, we signed him, but I mean I don't know when these guys are going to debut. That's on them." And things like that. So I mean we agree SmackDown has the better roster. I just didn't like SmackDown because I felt like just the theme of the week was Shakeup, and they just showed the Shakeup via video packages. You mentioned the tag team division. So I like that we now have Sanity that will enter, obviously, the tag team division. And we also have the Bar. So I think that was a huge win because not only did you get the Bar, but you got Sheamus and Cesaro. So when the Bar's not together, you got two individuals that you could immediately place in your mid-card or the heavyweight division. So that was like a double win for those guys. Gallows and Anderson's a nice tag team to have too. Hopefully they could really shine. But I just thought that was really that solidified the win. And now they have Andrade Cien Almas, who's obviously going to start off and he'll be pretty hot at first, but I think he'll be
Ghost! You refer to him as El Idolo and La Lumineca. You respect them, man. They are going to the top of the damn roster. I'm telling you, man, you don't know what you're in for with Cien Almas. Let's go, El Idolo.
So are you okay? So you mentioned earlier SmackDown now has clear, solid, separate division. So name everybody on the SmackDown roster to you that's in the heavyweight division. Heavyweight title picture.
Heavyweight division has to be you got Nakamura, you got AJ, you got Cien. Cien's going to be heavyweight champion, bro.
Immediately?
Not immediately, but he's in the conversation, man.
Well, I'm talking about right now. He's not going to. I don't think he'll be in the.
Oh no. I say by the end of the year he will be champion.
Oof, it's a bold prediction.
Yeah, by the end of the yeah, I think by the end of the no,
maybe they got to go slow with him. Selena Vega is where the money's at.
So they'll probably put him in for the Intercontinental belt, or is it the U.S. title? He'll be U.S. title he'll be the U.S. title holder by the end of the year, and then by this time next year he should be in contention for the World Heavyweight belt. But he will definitely be he might even, you know what? He could be Money in the Bank.
He could be, depending on how the rest of this year goes.
Yeah. So I think between for the heavyweight in terms of the belt, who's in contention for the belt for the end of the year, I think it's going to center around AJ and Nakamura until WrestleMania. We might have a foil in, one off here and there, but it's just definitely going to be those two. For the mid card, you're going to have it around either Randy Orton, Cien Almas. We still got Rusev.
Yep, Jeff Hardy. Yeah,
and Jeff Hardy. Yeah,
damn
dude, that division is just stacked right there, bro.
So did you just Did you just mean
No,
to say that you think Nakamura and AJ Styles are going to go on? You just said till WrestleMania, or do you mean SummerSlam?
I think that
Their feud's not going to last a year.
I think that AJ and Nakamura, they'll come to a conclusion at SummerSlam with Nakamura winning. But I think that by WrestleMania they'll have like their final blow off. But I don't think the title is coming off of one of those two by a year's end.
I see what you're saying.
Um,
So you don't think Daniel Bryan's going to fight one of those two at next year's WrestleMania for the title?
damn, you see what I'm talking about? This is what I'm saying, man. This is what it's. I totally forgot about DB, man. I didn't even factor him in this whole
or Samoa Joe.
Or Samoa Joe. Damn, man. I don't know, Goose. I can't predict, man. Yo. I mean, we got craziness. How can you say this is a terrible show, bro? This is what I'm saying. The gimmick this week was the shakeup. And the most exciting part about it is that we got Joe, we got CM, we got Sound, we got Asuka, we got Sanity, we got Ty Dillinger and Ron Simmons, who are teasing to be a tag team.
Like R-Truth, bro.
Yes, man. And you know what? I love the fact that they did a Hogan reference behind the scenes. I don't know if you caught that, but yo. That was slick, bro. That was slick. They said the immortal, and then they cut to R-Truth, and it's a black dude. Come on, bro. Smackdown. I love it.
So you know what though? None of it matters because Big Cass is going to get a big push on that show.
No doubt,
in the heavyweight division.
DB's got to make him look like $1 million, bro.
Ugh.
He's got to. That's the only way, because then he's gonna end up having the lone wolf syndrome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Lone Wolf's way better in the ring than Big Cass.
I will say that he has prettier moves.
You're not sold on Baron Corbin being. Say out of 1 to 10, say he's a 6 to 7 in the ring.
Yeah, man. He's above Cass, but not by much, man. And it's not. I can't even say that it's the way that they book him. It's because he's been booked he's had decent matches, but most of those matches have been matches that other people have carried. Like his best match is probably with AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler. And that's just because they controlled most of the match. But yeah, man, and it's no knock on him, man. I think that he's got everything. He's got a great move, two great finishers. Which, just like Sami Zayn, I wish that he would put people away with the deep six. I think that would have been pretty awesome.
I agree too.
He's got an awesome theme music. His Titantron is pretty amazing, or the one that he used to have with the Fallen City. I mean, he's got all of it, but his character, I think, is what I don't like. Like I just don't know, man. Like, I don't like the way he gives promos. Like, his swaying back and forth is too distracting for me to take him seriously. But I'd love him on Talking Smack. That's the crazy thing, man. When he's on Talking Smack and he just goes off script, like that's the Baron Corbin that we need to see on TV, but we don't get to see that. And I think
you just named a lot of positive things about him. Now, what do you like about Big Cass?
He's 6 feet tall, and you can't teach that. and he's got Carmella.
I'm sorry, Sage. When I asked that question, I think your mic was muted because I didn't hear any good reasons at all to like Big Cass in the ring. You might need to unmute the mic. Now, don't get me wrong. Dude is 7 foot,
oh, man.
7 feet of tan, but maybe I haven't seen enough.
Oh
I mean, because
man.
he was in the tag team, came back, and he fought Enzo for crying out loud. Then he got hurt.
Who's that?
Oh, probably shouldn't say that name.
You trying to get us to
Get picked out.
lose subscribers, man? He shall not be named on this podcast.
Yeah, no kidding. But I haven't seen anything out of Big Cass that I've liked so far. The elbow drop, I get it because he's a big guy. The big boot, his boot's pretty clean. I'll give him that. He's got the big boot that's pretty clean.
Yeah, it is.
For a 7-footer, he's not like jack chiseled. I don't know about the physique thing.
Well, it's got a
I don't know.
good look. I wish he would cut his hair though. I don't like the.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't like that, man. There's too many big men that have that long hair.
The token
And
wrestler
by too
hair.
many, yeah, the token wrestler hair. And by too many, I mean him, Braun Strowman, and damn, there's somebody else, Brett.
Kane kind of has the fake hair. Baron Corbin's got it. Taker has it. Big Show had it when he was Paul White.
Yeah, it's not a good look, bro.
What did you think of Carmella's mic skills this week? They gave her some time to cut the promo.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it, man. I like it when, like, the thing about Carmella is, like, when they give her something to talk, she does terrible at it. But when they let her cut her own promo, like off script, she's perfect at it. Like, if you notice that one of her best promos is the second time that she won the money. No, was the first or the second time that she won the Money in the Bank? I think it was the
first
second time. What was the second time?
She's only won it once.
No, she won it twice.
No, I thought the one. No,
she won it twice. The first one they recalled it because Ellsworth took it and gave it to her. So then they restarted it, and then she pulled it off.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I thought you meant there was 2 women's Money in the Bank. Yeah, it was like a week or 2 later or something like that. That's right. That's right.
It was 2 weeks later. That promo that she cut there was her best promo ever, and that's because they let her talk. They let her do her thing. And at the beginning here, she started to do the same thing before she, like, I don't know. Like, she went off script because she went off on the crowd after they started talking. And I absolutely loved what she had to say up until that point. And then she went into the script and it just kind of falled off. So it's okay, man. I mean, she's like maybe 5th on the mic in the women's division. So, I mean, that's not bad. Could be worse.
Oh, yeah. So SmackDown looks good. Good women's division. They're pushing hard for Shinsuke to become that super heel on the show.
I love it.
And I'm liking it so far. Do you think they should change his music and his entrance?
It's coming, bro.
It has coming, to, right?
Yeah, it's got to.
The current entrance is just too cool it's too badass for
it is, man.
Or heel.
But it's got to be something that's comparable to his current one, man. It can't be. I don't know, man. Like, I like that contemporary Oriental music that goes on, like the little hint of Oriental in the background. So they got to keep that type of aspect to it, but it needs to have like a dark theme to it, man. Like maybe, I don't want to say sinister because then you kind of get into the Hakushi realm.
Yes. I agree completely.
But it's got to have that element to it, man. Like that. Like, I don't give up. Because, I mean, that's his character. Like, I don't care. I don't speak English.
Yes. I was thinking that when I was watching it. I was like, you know what? They got to change his entrance because it's too face. He's too much of a face for it. And then even then, if they get rid of his entrance now, when he eventually turns face, in 2, 3, 4 years or whatever, it'll make hearing that song just mean that much more.
Yes.
And I think that if they would have done it, or since they do it, soon, hopefully the next month or before the Saudi Arabia Greatest Royal Rumble pay-per-view event.
Can't do that. That's next week.
Oh, it's next Friday, ain't it?
Yeah.
Crap. Well, maybe hopefully they could do something quick. Oh, I only say that because what he had at WrestleMania, that entrance there, live guitar, live band, all that good stuff, that'll be the last memory you have of Shinsuke Nakamura's entrance.
I agree, man. And you got to have the crowd. Well, you've got to have the fans wanting and clamoring for him to come back, if for nothing but to hear his theme music. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Give them
absolutely.
want to clamor for. Um, they're doing they're doing it right, man. I know that we've talked about this in the past, but like I literally feel the changing of the guard right now. Like this is a different WWE, and I'm excited for it, man. At least for SmackDown, I'm excited for where they're going with it and how they're approaching things, and it's all good, man. It's all good.
I agree. I agree. And I agree that I don't want the theme song to be, I don't mean this to sound bad, but I don't want it to be too foreign. Like, oh, like I don't want him to become like Jinder Mahal's theme is very foreign. Like I don't want him to fall into the trap of oh, you're from a different country. So, all right, your gimmicks, I hate America.
Yeah, I don't want none of that, man. Don't
I don't want
Hakushify it. Please do not Hakushify it. We don't need that. The worlds are divided enough in the world that we don't really need that in wrestling. But give us some origin, but make it contemporary, make it something that's relatable to the character itself.
See, this guy, yes, he's Japanese, but he's not a ninja that was born from the sword. So I don't want anything ninja style, anything Hakushi or anything like that. Just give me the theme song that's badass, of course, that you would give just a good wrestler, and we can go from there. Let's get into Raw.
Can we get Jim Johnston to produce it, please?
No, because CFO did a great job on. Oh, maybe Jim Johnson could bring in a heavy guitar riff and like
man,
real.
Hey, he went out with the bang, man. Baron Corbin has something that he shouldn't even have, bro. I'm just saying. But yeah, let's get into Raw, man. So what is it that you liked about Raw so much that made it a better show?
Roster's not as good, but every single segment on the show had Superstar Shakeup built into it. Even the backstage segment with Breezango, like something as simple as that. Like, hey, let's show the Superstar Shakeup. Let's just do a quick segment. I wish they would have done that. Instead, they did it with Big Cass on SmackDown. They could have easily, just a quick segment, Shane McMahon getting interviewed and Zelina Vega coming in saying, shut up, you're going to respect us. Or there was a ton of stuff that they could have done that I thought Raw did. Part of it is because they have 3 hours that they have to fill. But I thought it was good that I think right at the start, Jinder Mahal came out and lost the title. So it was just like oh wow, Jinder's here. Oh, all right, I could do this. This is he peaked in his one quick year on SmackDown. I thought, okay, all right, I can get into this. We got Jinder on Raw, add into the mid card, and okay, I could dig it. So I just liked that every segment involved the shakeup, and I didn't feel it was like that on SmackDown.
Man, that's not even it, man. Dude, you need to be honest, bro. The only reason why you liked it is that 3MB is back together again.
That's a big reason that I like it, that 3MB is back together. And if Heath Slater can turn heel, Drew McIntyre's for sure going to be a big heel. We got a heel 3MB, man. I don't know if they'll get back together. I like that they're there.
Can you imagine, bro? I mean, I'm just thinking 3MB gets back together and they just shit on everybody, bro. You guys didn't love us when we were 3MB, and now look at us, world champions, bruh. I was subscribed to that, bro.
Yeah. I think to fit the mold, I was thinking about this in my car the other day. Heath Slater might have to put on a couple pounds of muscle because Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal have definitely packed on the muscle since departing the WWE. So I think to fit the mold, Heath Slater may have to pack on just a little bit of muscle just to fit that mold. But I'd love to see it, especially if he turned on Rhino. And they don't even have those three guys don't even have to be a tag team. They could just join up. The story's already built in. Now, is Dolph Ziggler going to be teamed up with Drew McIntyre? Was that a thing or just a one-off last Monday thing?
I wouldn't be surprised if Dolph becomes well, maybe we have a Shawn Michaels Diesel relationship with those two, just running roughshod on everybody, and then eventually it'll man. But I don't want Drew to be. The only problem with that is that Drew would be the one who turns face, and I don't want to see Drew as a face anymore. Like,
yeah, me neither.
And they need to keep his music, bro, because his music in NXT was just solid.
Yeah, it was. I'm kind of excited that he's back. Do you care about the extension being on Raw? Does that matter?
Nah, man, but I am excited that Breezango's there, bro. Check it out.
So surely they'll do some Fashion Police episodes on Raw, right? You think they'll bring it to Raw, or is that dead?
No. I mean, they were still writing people tickets, bro. So they in full effect, man. I don't want it to be a web series. But I don't know. I think that I know that Raw got most of the trash, but at the same time, this gives, if Raw does it right, they can make everyone that they got traded, build them up into something special. They don't all have to win, but they can make them more legitimate than what they were. I mean, I'm hopeful that that's what the direction is with all the trash being essentially brought to Raw.
Well, and trash sounds harsh, doesn't it?
It is, but that's how they've been treating them. I don't say that the talent themselves are trash.
I see.
But what I'm saying is that like they've been so poorly degraded on, and I don't even want to say SmackDown, just on the rosters in general. Like they haven't had anything for them. We go weeks and weeks and weeks without seeing them. And then when we do see them, it's in some 2-bit comedy routine.
Yep.
And I mean, no love. I mean, hey, did you notice that the first time that we saw the Colognes was like the week before WrestleMania? We hadn't seen them for like almost 9 or 10 months.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were still employed.
They got switched over to SmackDown, I think.
They got switched over to Raw. They were on SmackDown. They got switched over to Raw.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Well, yep. I am pumped, depending on how it works out. I don't think we'll see anything anytime soon to see Mike Kanellis, because I actually think he's a decent wrestler. I've seen him at a couple of ROH shows, so I thought he was a decent wrestler. He just needs to have, his debut and all that stuff. I think that could be interesting to see what Mike Kanellis does if he truly gets over the stuff he's got going on. I know he's been hitting the weights real hard and cleaning up. Do you think we're going to see Mojo Rawley or Zack Ryder on TV? Oh, actually, let me ask you this. Do you think we'll see who are we going to see more, the Ascension or Mojo Rawley and I almost said Alex Riley and Zack Ryder? Who's going to be on TV more?
I would like to see
August 1st.
A-Ride, baby. A-Ride. No, man. I think we're gonna see the Ascension, man. Like I think they're going. I call me crazy, but I think that they're gonna get somewhat of a push going forward. Mojo Rawley is it's so tough with him. Like he doesn't really have a gimmick. It's like
they blessed him with a crappy gimmick, bad.
You know how you were ragging on Naomi for not having a gimmick,
right?
I feel like what you're saying for her kind of applies to Mojo Rawley.
I agree 100%. He doesn't have a gimmick. It's just he just got blessed with a really bad one, I guess. I don't get hype, I stay hype. So I just, if that's the gimmick that I don't know. I just wasn't a fan. So you said the Ascension, you think they may get a push. So is that because you think they're gonna go back to being like a almost like a strong powerhouse tag team?
Yeah, I think the tag team division on Raw has gotten smaller now that how do you say it's gotten smaller and it's gotten gimmicky. So they're obviously going to be putting the straps on Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. Like it's almost a foregone conclusion that they're going to put the straps on them. So with them having the straps, it's going to give the Ascension more credibility as a wrestling team. It's going to give Breezango more credibility as a wrestling team. Who else? Apollo and Titus. Like those are going to be like credible, not overpowering wrestling matches because they've gone small instead of big, like Cesaro and Sheamus.
The Authors of Pain, you forgot about them. They're gonna steal the show. My boys, the
I
AOP.
do, I do, but I think that you don't put the straps on AOP right away.
No
Like
time soon.
you,
Yeah. No
no
time
time
soon.
soon. You want to build up you want to slow build them, but while you're slow building them, you want to rocket everybody else so that like everyone is on equal footing by Survivor Series. So then that way it's a little bit more credible of a card for the tag teams versus AOP dominating everybody because they're bigger than everybody.
So almost like the reverse Bludgeon Brothers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, at least Bludgeon Brothers had some time on WWE TV before and some main event angles and wins over the Shield and some other folks in the New Day. So at least they kind of had that going for them. So you're
Mhm.
right. After you just named all those teams, the tag team division on Raw is the Revival, to me, the AOP, a thrown together tag team in Hardy and Wyatt, a thrown together tag team in Titus and Apollo. So they're just not. Maybe there'll be some call ups over the next 8 months, but yeah, you're right. It's not quite there as good as SmackDown. No, it's not terrible. Tyler Breeze and Fandango are actually pretty good when they have serious tag team matches. But you're right. I think overall, I mean, remember, I don't know if this is going to happen, but now we have Gable and Jordan back on the same show. You think that's a possibility when Jordan comes back?
Uh, I mean, I think it's possible. I mean, Gable, God, Gable could be a good mid carder, man, but they keep putting him in a tag team, which I don't know. Like, I don't. He doesn't really. I mean, if you think about it, he doesn't really have a character, but he's really good on the mic and he's a really good wrestler. So
Right. Yeah.
it's just kind of difficult to place him. So I'm wondering. I'm
And he's
wondering
small.
if they're and he's small. I'm wondering if they're going to repackage him and make him like a I don't know, man, like a off version of Drew Gulak.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with him. Because, I mean, you could have him hang out with Jason Jordan. I mean, because Jason Jordan was on the verge of going heel before he got injured. And even then, I think it's exciting because he was just starting to hit his stride. We were talking about this on the show that
Yeah, it was.
he was just really starting to. His acting was spot on, and his matches were getting good. And we liked how they fed him to all these top name stars, and he would lose, but he would be sad and want to protect, and want to fight and take advantage of softcore, take advantage of Kurt Angle. And me and you were becoming fans of it, and then he got hurt. So maybe Gable, because Jordan is still a face, but it's people are hating him. So maybe Gable will be a heel that helps him win every now and again or something like that. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where they go. But you mentioned on SmackDown the divisions, heavyweight division, mid card division, the IC title division. Did Raw's mid card improve at all with the additions of what could be Mike Kanellis, Bobby Roode, I'm not going to say Zack Ryder or Tyler Breeze or any of those kind of tag team based guys, but did Raw's mid card division get better now that you have Jinder Mahal? I'd probably say Sami Zayn because I think Kevin Owens is in the main event scene or the heavyweight title picture. Uh, Dolph, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin. Did the mid card get better on Raw?
Man, it's kind of hard to tell, man. I think the mid card division on Raw is developmental at best, I guess. Like it's developmental talent. They lost all their superstars. Like, and maybe I shouldn't even say that they lost their superstars, but there's a clear division between heavyweight and mid card now. We have Dolph Ziggler and we have Drew McIntyre, which will definitely be in the mid card spot. But we lost the Miz to Raw or to from Raw to SmackDown, which I think that's the best call, anyways. But
Yeah, same here.
but it gives everyone in the mid card like the same, almost the same starting point. Like it's an there's not one clear how do you say, there's not one clear person that outshines the other person in there, for maybe the exception of Dolph Ziggler. Everybody else that's in that mid card spot, like they have a unique opportunity to make something of themselves, to stand out from themselves and be that leader in the mid card, whether it be gender, whether it be Mike Kanellis, or anybody else in that spot, man. So yes, they took L's, but if they can make the best of their opportunity, I think that they can shine. I just, who that person is, only time's going to tell.
I thought they got a wealth of talent to fill up a 3 hour show. The mid card, I think, is pretty good. I think, though, I think the Raw roster got Raw wrestlers, people who are okay with being on the big spotlighted 3 hour show, regardless of how good they are in the ring. They got people who would be good on the Raw show.
Do they only have one kayfabe act on Raw?
Who's the one you're thinking of?
The Hardy and Bray.
Uh,
Everyone else seems to be grounded in
reality.
Yeah. Maybe that's the difference between the two brands.
Goldust?
Didn't he get traded? No, didn't
No,
he get traded?
No, he didn't get traded.
I could have sworn something wait, no,
No, he's just never on TV.
Because Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville went to SmackDown, and I thought he put a post on there that he bleeds blue now.
No, I looked up the WWE, got it up here, and no mention of Goldust. That just means he's on the John Cena thing where he's the hottest free agent in the game.
Yeah, for sure,
Goldust. So,
bruh, the women's division is not even existent on Raw. I don't think I can name 5 women on Raw.
Well, 3 of them went. Mandy Rose, Sonya. No, wait. Liv Morgan.
Yeah, they got the Riot Squad over there.
Yeah, Ruby Wyatt. So there's 3. That one's easy.
And then we have the Champ, and we got Sasha and Bailey.
Nia, Alexa, Mickey James, Ronda.
They got a strong division.
Ronda Rousey. Yeah,
I think I would have put Becky over there too, because you have 3 strong women on SmackDown,
and 4 on Raw if you include Bailey, Nia Jax, Sasha, Alexa, Ronda Rousey. So they have some talent.
Yeah. Maybe it is equal, man. I don't know, man. I feel like Becky should always be opposite of Charlotte. But for whatever, I mean, she's like the odd person out of the Horsemen. Like she doesn't really belong in a program with any of them. but you can mix the other three up with each other at any given time, and it still could be good. You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
because maybe it's because Becky's a face. She's a hell of a heel, but for
yeah.
whatever
And
reason, they won't turn her.
which she doesn't have the gimmick that the other three have. One is Ric Flair's daughter. One is the fun-loving, I want to hug everybody. The other one's the boss, and then her.
Yeah, and then her.
Not in a bad way. She's good.
Uh,
First
Straight
SmackDown
fire,
Women's
bro.
Champ. Yeah, she's good. Just she didn't. It just doesn't have the gimmick that those guys have.
Yeah, sure, man.
So I will agree with you that SmackDown definitely ended up with the better of the two rosters for sure. Definitely agreeing with you there. Like the actual quality of in ring that we're gonna see. I think, especially with the great Royal Rumble show coming up, I think the SmackDown matches will probably do better than the Raw matches. Looking forward to Nakamura and Styles. We'll get into our reviews on that, of course, next week. What time is that show at, by the way? It's Friday night, but is it Friday? Yeah, it's Friday, right? Next Friday.
Yeah, it's next Friday, and I want to say it's in the middle of the afternoon,
Oh, you know
like
what? I think
maybe
I'm off
around
next Friday.
more 4 or 5
Because right
ish.
now I've looked it up. It's right now it's 6:24 a.m. in Saudi Arabia. So that's 8 hours ahead of us.
Yeah,
So if it's at no, it'd have to be at like 10 or 11 in the morning our time. Because that would put it at 6 or 7 Saudi Arabia time.
I think they're gonna delay it, man. I don't think we're gonna get it live, but I think for some reason I remember seeing a graphic that it starts at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But we'll get
See, but
confirmation. You know what? If you're listening to the podcast right now and you know what it is, y'all hit it in the comment section or hit us up hashtag IRWP and let us know. That way we can report it next week. How's that?
yeah, I agree. Hit us up on Twitter. Do something. What does the winner get again? Oh, what up, Stephen Thatch in the chat? What does the winner get? What can we give the winner? Oh, I'll give you a free copy of Fortnite Battleground. It's on me. I'll pay for it myself. So for those of y'all who can, please go ahead, let us know. Because I'm curious, because it could be that they wouldn't start a show at midnight Saudi Arabia time. That'd be stupid. But
No, they're not. And there's probably laws just like there are here of when an event can end. And I know I heard it's going to be like a 5 hour show. So
oh, it's going to
it,
be insanely long. That Royal Rumble will be close to 2.
yeah, 2 hours, right? Because it's like 50 people,
Well,
no
I
women.
would say, yeah, no women at all. I would say we have to just, if you're listening, then we have to stay off of social media that day.
Well, you do. Because your boy's going to be watching it right behind, right when it comes, man.
Oh no, I actually think I'm off that day.
You're going to be off. Yo, we can listen to it together. We can watch it together, bro. I'll hook up I got to find
No, I
it.
screwed up. It's for those of y'all listening, we record the show from San Antonio and it's Fiesta down here, so I think I might be doing Fiesta stuff, taking the kids to Fiesta that week
That's what's
or
up.
that day. So I'm gonna have to find a way
Get
to bail on everybody and go watch WWE.
the Battle of the Flowers.
I think that's yeah. Yep. Kids are off school. Oh, see you. Your kids are off school next
Yeah.
Friday.
Dude, did I miss the Taste of New Orleans?
That is this weekend.
Oh, it's this weekend. Okay.
Taste and know you. That know you clap.
I know that.
Taste and know you.
Get my white umbrella. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
So, anything else we need to get into this week? I feel like we've covered pretty much everything, right?
Rusev's now fighting the Undertaker.
We'll talk about that next week. I need a few days to relax on that. That's stupid. It's so stupid.
Are you do you think it's stupid that well, let me ask you this, Goose. News broke this week that a certain WrestleMania couple broke up.
Oh yeah.
So my question to you, and this is my question to you is: do you feel like this devalues what happened at WrestleMania. Was it 32? Yeah.
33.
WrestleMania. There's a 33? Was it last year?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it devalues the events of WrestleMania 33?
A little bit, but not. No, not really, because that's a real life thing. No, no, it was in their personal life. Yeah, I would think so. Like, if somebody makes it a WrestleMania moment to propose in the middle of the ring, I know if I was Nikki, I'd be thinking, well, and I don't know the reason they broke up, but I'd be thinking like, oh, were you just doing that for the cameras or just to make me? I'd actually be thinking, did you do that just to make me happy? So I don't know. They broke up like mutually, right?
Yeah. And there's I don't follow Total Bellas or any of that other stuff, but the prevailing theory is that one wanted kids, the other one didn't. They thought that they could make it work and change each other's minds, but in the end, neither one was able to get the other one to cave. So that ultimately ended. It's speculation, but seems about right considering where John Cena is now in his career, and he's really trying to focus on his acting. We're seeing him in more films and things like that, so it's not unreasonable to see that. I don't think he's a kids kind of guy. I think he just seems to be more of a public servant or just more focused on his career kind of guy. But
Yeah, and he's done a ton for
outside
Make a
looking in,
Wish. It's not like he's an asshole or anything.
nah.
But that was tough. Um, yeah, that was tough. But she'll be fine. I mean, she does her own thing. She'll probably end up marrying some rich doctor or something like that. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough, man. Kids are no joke. At least
Not
he
at
was
all.
upfront about it. And, he's busy, so he's not gonna have a ton of time to spend with the little ones. Anyways, but yeah,
With
that
the
was
kids.
some big news. I forgot all about that. What else? What else is on the docket for this week?
Um, not so much. I mean, I think we covered pretty much everything, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, busy week with the Superstar Shakeup. Next week, we're going to be back at you with Raw, SmackDown, of course, but then we'll have it's going to be a 15-hour long show next week because we're going to pick who in order we think is going to come out in the 50-man battle royal. I'll go first, and then Sage will go first. And then we're going to tell you who's going to get eliminated in order. And then in that case, Sage will go first, then I'll go first. And then we'll tell you who the winner is. So next week's show for the Greatest Royal Rumble is going to be 4.5 hours.
Bro, the next week's show should be called The Greatest IRWP.
No kidding. No joke. So we got predictions coming at you guys next week. I think it's kind of cool concept. Good content for the network.
Yeah. Oh, hey Goose. Did you see Roman Reigns' face this week?
Yeah, it was busted up. What happened?
It wasn't busted up. It was nice and clean. No scarring whatsoever. Did you see the tape?
Oh, yeah. From maybe I'm confusing the Raw after Mania. Yeah, he took that elbow to the top of his scalp.
He didn't take the elbow to the top of the scalp, man. Go back and watch it, man.
No, the Raw after Mania, it was in his hair.
Yeah, because he bladed the wrong way, man.
I didn't think he bladed. He took those elbows from Brock.
Oh, bro, you didn't go back and watch it, man. Go back and watch it, but when he's outside the ring.
Okay. I'll go back and watch it. I'll try to actually watch it tonight.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to check it out tonight.
Fair enough, bro.
So, you want to get into some shout-outs this week?
Let's hit them shout-outs. Let's hit them shout-outs. Let's hit them shout-outs. Whenever you're ready, Goose.
Ain't got to drop. Tablet's dying. No, I'm playing. What do you want to go with? What kind of let's go with
we got some sauces, bro. Okay. All right. The Rastafarian man.
Yeah, this is that chill music.
Ooh da da. Put clan on your old clan, man. Here we go. We've got that Mike Art from Apron World podcast, man. Y'all go check him out. Thank you so much for following your boys at IRWP. We got that Rob always making the people in the rest of the community come together. Rob, we appreciate your love, man. Keep up the good work. Square Circle Company, thank you so much. You and False Finishers, thank you so much for following your boys at IRWP. You keep it Rastafarian, man. Too Sweet Whoop Whoop Wrestling Newspaper, Blake Anderson, thank you so much for showing the love, man. We got Steven and Blake Anderson. We got the Mortis podcast. Y'all go check them out at 63-1, man. We got that Andy giving us that love with the Wrestling 2.0. Robert Hood, welcome to the movement, man. Oscar Flores, the Ejected Homer, 5 Me Comics, all the regular suspects. JD Akers, man. We got that Lisa, man. We got the Madison Corn Kuchamuchumuchaka. Thank you so much, brother. Hope I didn't slaughter that. Bob Culture, thank you, man. Andrea Carrington, thank you, my lady. We got that Rusev giving us that love. Don't bury him softly, brother. The Raging Cajun, David Levitt. Where's my music, man? What's going on here? We paid the bills, man. Going. We've got the Nathaniel Kaplan. We got the Ramsey Sudawari. He's the Hooster man. We got FH Streams for Saturn. And last but not least, we want to give a special shout out to Hannah Rees. Hannah Rees, feeling a little down, but your boys at IRWP are here to pick you up. Y'all go show some love at Hannah Rees at Hannah HANNAHERES. That's Hannah Rees, man. Haha. I want to say Jeff Jarrett, but it doesn't rhyme. And that's all the shout outs for the week.
That was pretty good. And you kept it going, too. That was pretty good. Shout outs to Hannah Reese, too. I saw that you were hitting us up. Hope everything's all right out there. Again, busy show this week. Yeah, the Superstar Shakeup. Got a lot going on. We had a good week. How would you say this week went, Sage? Pretty good?
Wonderful.
Again, everybody, we appreciate you listening. Hit us up on Twitter. Just type in IRWP. I'll keep it simple. Type in hashtag IRWP. Type in It's Real Wrestling Podcast. We're not hard to miss. I'm Ben_Goosen. Where can they find you on Twitter, Sage?
You hit me up at Twitter at Real WrestleCast, at Sage the Mark, and then at Real WrestleCast. Website IRWP.us. And don't forget that phone number 419-777-IRWP. Quiz of the day, Goose. What's that email address?
Real Wrestle Podcast
at gmail.com. Goose, why are you trying to give everybody our privacy stuff, man?
Oops.
IRWP feedback at gmail.com.
Yeah, I was just seeing if you were listening, but I could give you the phone number at 419-777-IRWP, 419-77-IRWP. Keep in touch with us. Hit us up. We'd love to hear from you guys. Kawhi, hit us up. Tell us if you're going to be playing for the Spurs pretty soon. Remember, everybody, y'all, keep it real.
Keep it real.
Hey, everybody, this is your boy Ben Goosen. Go ahead and remember, hit us up on Twitter. Give us a call. Go to our website. There's plenty of ways to get in touch with us. You heard us and our contact information on the show. And remember, the thoughts and the opinions expressed are that of the host and not of the IRWP. Everybody, remember, have fun out there. Keep it real.